Welcome to MMA Fancast. My name is Luke Basin. Welcome back to everyone who is already a subscriber to the channel. If you're not already, please subscribe so you can see more great interviews, including the one coming at you right now, just over a week away from Brawl in the Burgh 25 for 247 Fighting Championships, is Elijah Davis, hailing from Stout. No, the Mat Factory. I messed that up, but that's okay. We all know that you're from the Mat Factory. It's great to have you. I know that the Pittsburgh people also cross-train, so that's all good. But welcome, Mat Factory, Elijah Davis, to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on again.
Always great to have you on. You are one of the more experienced, advanced amateur fighters in the area, including on this card. You have a record of 5-3. Your opponent has a record of 5-2. And for people that might not know, pretty much anything over 3, maybe 4 fights at amateur is somebody who's really committed and really putting the work in. A lot of people, they do a couple fights and then then they're more or less done, whether they win or lose. So talk about your experience now that you're coming into your 9th MMA fight, and how does that feel, kind of now being an experienced amateur as opposed to a couple years ago? I remember we did our first interview before your debut.
Well, it's definitely cool, looking back and also being able to look forward, with the experience and developing within my team. Having Chris Williams as an addition over the past years for me personally has been big, as we've been able to blend striking with wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And he's somebody who's able to nurture, abilities from fighter to fighter rather than just taking the whole classroom and trying to put everybody into the same, techniques. So I'm just really, really grateful in this journey right now. Every couple months we have, small breakthroughs, big breakthroughs, and right now I'm just taking a little bit of extra time to work on my mental and figure out, how I can maintain a calmness throughout the fight while maintaining the same intensity. So that's kind of a difficult thing, I guess, for some people to try to imagine.
Yeah, that's a balance that is both physical and mental at the same time. So I'm glad you're working on that. Oftentimes people refer to that as the flow state, where you have all the energy, excitement, physical performance, but you're also at a point where your brain is able to make decisions quickly. So hope that all is progressing. What do you think about your opponent and the level of challenge and competition this fight is versus Mason Lewis?
I think he definitely seems like a formidable opponent, as some might say. I'm excited to have somebody like him, on my resume, coming forward after taking 2 losses and, wondering, what the eyes were looking at me or thinking as they watch my career. And, I know some people are probably wondering if I'm still taking it serious, am I still training as hard? What's going on? And this would be a good opportunity to have somebody who's, people look at as serious, and that I could hopefully put a good message on and, continue my career in a positive foot. I had a little bit of momentum coming with those, 3 to 4 win streaks and getting that title. Then it's difficult sometimes for people to come off of a high ride like that and then have, a couple losses back to back. And now it's just time to, show people that I'm still here and I'm ready to take over.
Well, it's good that you're reflective like that the mental side of the game. And I think, particularly in your case, you rose very quickly, got a title, had a lot of success. And I think challenges come with success. So exactly what you said, there's a lot mentally to deal with, but it's also part of the process and journey to have a setback. And hopefully, given your desire and work ethic and the training camp there and everybody that you surround yourself with, hopefully it's all about the development. So what would you like to see? You already mentioned that you want to kind of get his name in the win column and show people that, that you're coming out of these 2 losses in a successful way and can continue on your career. what are you looking for performance-wise or prediction-wise? Or is it just looking to have a good win after some setbacks over a very tough opponent?
Well, I'm definitely looking to show my performance as a more consistent fighter through 3 rounds. I think my last couple fights seemed like I wilted through the last couple rounds, and I figured out my mistakes, which part of it was just tensing myself up throughout the fight and just kind of draining myself. And I've been really conscious about that, just throughout this fight camp, and looking forward to showing people that I am a guy who can last throughout the full fight, not somebody who's gonna give you a good first round and you know slack off after that.
Well, it sounds like you've got a great mindset coming into this fight. People can buy tickets for 247 Fighting Championship Brawl in the Burgh 25, which is December 21st. It's the beginning of Christmas week on a Saturday at the Monroeville Convention Center. Always a reminder for people to get tickets from 247fighting.com. Download 247 Live app if you're going to do the pay-per-view and get it that way. A warning and a reminder that there will be a bunch of scam links all over Facebook, sometimes even under these interviews that I do, and none of those are legitimate. The only 2 places to get tickets besides in person from Elijah would be 247fighting.com or 247 Live app, downloadable at any Play Store or any app store. So I really appreciate you coming on. Can't wait to see it. We're down to just over a week. Elijah Davis from the Mat Factory, about ready to fight for 247 Fighting Championships Brawl in the Burgh 25. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Elijah.
Thank you for having me, man.
You got it.
Great.